Hey guys, it's Black Vegeta here today, back for another powerful video to our words, and today we have another tier list. This time it is Dragon Ball movie based. I'm going to be ranking every single Dragon Ball movie with a few exceptions from worst to best, and this is my personal opinion. This is my tier list, so these are my true thoughts and true feelings. Now leave your criticisms and opinions down in the comments, please, but please be respectful and civil. Please be nice about it. Please do not attack others. Please do not attack myself. Please just be nice and nice and civil. The reason why I'm a little bit more forceful is because on my last tier list, I had so much support, so much everything. I'm super duper happy. Thank you guys so much. It was crazy on the support. Oh man, that literally made my day. There's this one dude who had a different opinion. He didn't agree with me putting Gran Torino at the bottom of this list. So he went ballistic. He started attacking others, myself. I was just, I was just making jokes, bro. That joke was so funny. Like, this dude was the embodiment of what not to do. Like, I truly think he was a troll or something, because this was way too funny. But he was saying he was going da 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 da, ballistic, and it made me not even want to try Gran Torino, the character, out. It didn't, like, him doing that didn't even want me to believe him. It wasn't until Globecool, a YouTuber that I watch, posted a video explaining on why Gran Torino really is that lit, to where, I think Gran Torino and Dark Shadow are a bit better, essentially. But yeah, please, that's a great example. You can look at the comment thread. I don't want to say no names because I don't want to give them attention. But oh man, that junk was so funny, bro. That junk was so funny. But yeah, that's an embodiment. So please just put your criticisms and opinions down below. But please be nice to others and try to keep it civil. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, worst movie. We're not counting Dragon Ball Evolution, by the way. We're not counting this. That's not even a movie at all. That junk's horrible. So, first worst movie, my opinion, the worst movie in when it comes to Dragon Ball movies is Dragon Ball: The Curse of the Blood Rubies. And now I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. My memories on the Dragon Ball movies is a little bit hazy because it's been years since I've seen the Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, but the Dragon Ball movies. It's been a couple years, but I do remember that this movie essentially takes some certain events from Dragon Ball and just essentially has different outtakes that are usually worse. Now, Yamcha's Wolf Fang Fist and Yamcha's appearance in this movie was lit and was clean, but that's all I can remember. That's all I can think about because this movie was pretty trash. It was really forgettable, really boring. And then the Japanese voice actors were not at their peak as they are now. Like, so it was really when it came to voice acting. So yeah, next we have Dragon Ball Mystical Adventure. Now this movie was just like a super fast recap of all the Dragon Ball events from the Red Ribbon Army, with just a Raleigh in it from Dr. Slump, another one of Akira Toriyama's works. Other than that, this movie is just a horrible recap. It's literally it. Next we have the first ever Dragon Ball Z movie, Dead Zone, Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone, and this movie was pretty interesting because it was the first of the legendary Dragon Ball Z movies. It had a great aesthetic. The opening for this movie was awesome. It had a villain that actually achieved his goal with the Dragon Balls, getting immortality. And some of the fight scenes were pretty cool. Plus, Gohan getting drunk was pretty funny, especially in the especially with the Japanese dub and the Team 4-Star dub. So, yeah. But the thing is that Garlic Jr. is one of the worst Dragon Ball Z characters ever. Like, he is horrible. He is genuinely trash. Like, genuinely booty cheeks. Top of the top booty cheeks, bro. He's annoying. His transformation sucks, and he is just, I just don't like this character. And I don't like his henchmen either. They're really forgettable. The Dead Zone as a place, pretty forgettable too. Then there's a bunch of inconsistencies. So this movie was released after the Saiyan Saga, I believe. I believe it was after the Saiyan Saga. I'm not too sure, but essentially in the Saiyan Saga, Piccolo sees Gohan go grade 8 for the first time. But according to this movie, he's seen Gohan go grade 8 way before the Saiyan Saga, which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why in this movie he acts all surprised and stuff? that scene shouldn't be there at all because it creates an inconsistency later down when Piccolo actually sees Gohan goes grade 8 for the first time in the actual series. So, then there's a bunch more where that comes from as well. Yeah, so, yeah, this movie just wasn't it for me. I didn't really like it. Next, we have Dragon Ball Z World's Strongest. I genuinely had a dislike for this movie. General, what was his name again? I actually forgot. It was just this huge brain. The design, like, Dragon Ball has had many weird and bizarre designs, but it had some of the best designs ever. Look at Janemba. His first form, huge, wacky, weird, fun type form. But then he just becomes a complete demon. Awesome form, I think it was General Zaldo or something. Dr. Zaldo. I don't know. Don't really care. But his design was horrible. Some of the fight scenes were awesome. Plus, the Kaioken from the Ocean dub and Japanese dub was awesome. But the Z Fighters got absolutely clapped, with the exception of Goku. They literally just made Goku overpowered. There's nothing interesting. The way that the villains got the Dragon Ball sucked. And the dude did all this killing and carnage just because he wanted a new body or something. Yeah, he wanted to become Goku, the strongest person on Earth at the time. Or, yeah, essentially. So, yeah. It was kind of whatever. Weird plot. Horrible design of a villain. Nothing really interesting. It's just horrible. The Z Fighters all got clapped with the exception of Goku, just to hype up Goku and make him look cooler. It was just no depth. No depth, and that's what I don't like it. I just don't like. I don't like this movie. And then they shoehorned the Spirit Bomb at the end. When it comes to, the early Dragon Ball Z movies, with the exception of Dead Zone, I guess, they really try to shoehorn the Dragon Ball, like the Spirit Bomb. They like to shoehorn it in. So, yeah. But, yeah, next is Bio Broly. Now, this is widely considered, with the exception of Evolution. I won't talk about that. This is widely considered to be the worst Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball movie ever. And I could see why people think that. Now, I didn't put it as the worst. But they literally kind of ruined Broly. They made Goten and Trunks the main characters for this, and they're not really enjoyable as they was when it came to Broly's second one coming. They made Broly a dookie monster, bro. Like, they took a fat dump, a turd on Broly, bro. Like, why? And then, not to mention it, there's symbolism, because he looks like he looks like actual feces. And guess what they do guess how they kill him? They kill him with water. They flush him down the drain. Bro, it was disrespectful to Broly. It didn't make sense on how Broly came back. Like, this dude literally got blasted to the sun in the first movie. Somehow survived. Like, he somehow did not get incinerated. Then he gets blasted from the sun with a family Kamehameha. Still doesn't get incinerated. Or I believe, no, some of his DNA was cloned. It was horrible. Like, it was trash. The movie's not that good, honestly. Don't like it. Next, we have Super Android 13. This movie, it was not bad. It had good action. The problem is that it was just too quick. It was way too quick of a movie. Like, honestly, it just, like, the two other androids, though, the two henchmen sucked. They were horrible design characters. Don't like them. This movie had some awesome scenes, like the Super Saiyan Zorb Spirit Bomb. That was awesome. And plus it had Android 13, who was a decent villain. Wasn't the best. Plus it had the famous Trunks, thing. But again, it made the Z Fighters look absolutely helpless. It was always the 3 Super Saiyans. The pacing was ridiculous. It was way too fast. I could not comprehend what was going on. And another shoehorned Spirit Bomb. Goku did another shoehorn spear bomb. Now, granted, it was really, really cool, but it was super duper spirited. The only thing I truly like about this is probably Android 13, the trunk scene, and Goku getting punched in the nuts. That's about it. This movie is just boring, way too fast. And I just don't really like it. Next we have Sleeping Princess. Wait, what was it? Yeah, The Sleeping Princess in the Devil's Castle. This movie was awesome because it had a great aesthetic when it came to aesthetics. It had a great aesthetic, great opening. It had a great dubbing for Japanese and English. I didn't really have any problems with the main villain's motives. It was quite enjoyable, although it kind of dragged on. Like, it kind of dragged on a little bit. It was kind of irritating, from time to time. Didn't really like that at all. But other than that, this movie's actually really good. It is kind of a little bit weird on how they get Goku and Krillin to go to the Devil's Castle. It's a little bit weird, honestly. But this movie's actually really good. Maybe bump it up to B. This movie's actually pretty good, especially for its time, especially being a Dragon Ball movie where they didn't have a lot, like the point that they picked from Dragon Ball, where they didn't have a lot to, choose from. It was not that bad, but still not enough content. I believe they shoehorned Goku's Great Ape mode yet again. The way that they got there kind of didn't make any sense, or why they had to go there didn't really make that much sense, essentially. Yeah. Plus, the main villain is pretty forgettable. But other than that, this movie was pretty cool. I actually did enjoy this. Maybe I actually consider bumping it up. But for right now, it's high in C tier. So what we're about to go on to is the B tiers, essentially. The B tiers. These are kind of like the average Dragon Ball movies. They're average, where they're not the best, but I could sit down and actually watch them. It wouldn't really hurt, honestly. So yeah. So let's get right into the average / B tier category. And the first movie we have here is The Tree of Might. Now, this movie was interesting. It had some great action scenes. The Tree of Might was a pretty interesting concept. And Turles was pretty interesting, as a villain. He was interesting, but it just felt like there was really no depth to, like, the new characters. It was just fight. No touching scenes. The aesthetic wasn't really that good. There was nothing else that happened in the movie. It wasn't really that memorable, essentially. Another thing is that they shoehorned the Spirit Bomb yet again. And then the way that Goku was able to achieve the Spirit Bomb was so weird, honestly. It was just not... It was so weird. It really did feel like plot armor. Turles, as a character, he was interesting and alright, but they could have did so much more with this character. They could have maybe made him a product of the Tree of Might itself. He was born from the Tree of Might, and the Tree of Might replicates the most pure-hearted or the most strongest person that's on the planet that they're replicating. So, like, Turles could have actually been an evil version of Goku, essentially. But he's just a guy who happens to look like Goku. Yeah. So, and then we never seen him go Grade 8, which was interesting. We never seen him go Grade 8, which that would have been awesome if he did. But yeah. Next, let's move on to Resurrection of F. Now, this is where we get into some juicy stuff. Now, some of you are like, whoa. Some of you are like, well, no, this deserves to be like at least A tier. Why B tier? The reason why is because this movie just felt bland. After the success of Battle of Gods, which Battle of Gods is a great movie. I love that movie. That movie is really, really good. After the success of this, they decided to redo it, but Frieza is yet here again. Wow, Frieza. That's great. Now, I don't know why they picked Frieza. They could have picked any other villain to resurrect. Maybe bring back Bojack. Maybe Cell. But they bring back Frieza yet again, just because he has the most clout off of everyone. That was really, really annoying. However, I do love the golden form. The golden form is awesome. This movie introduced Super Saiyan Blue, which is a decent form, but it wasn't. It was just Super Saiyan God, but just blue. Another problem is that we literally had a new transformation, and not once in this movie did Goku or Vegeta use it. Plus, it never gave us any explanation on what Super Saiyan Blue is or what Super Saiyan God is. And we didn't even see Vegeta go Super Saiyan God or how he achieved Super Saiyan Blue, which was super duper irritating. They made Gohan pathetic. They made him pathetic. They completely ruined Gohan. Like, it was crazy how they ruined him. And then the one time Vegeta just gets the spotlight, bro. He had a flawless victory. Beat down. Frieza couldn't even touch him. He wasn't playing around. He's like, man, enough of this. As soon as he's about to deliver the final blow, oh, Frieza blows up the planet. Oh, we survive time. Oh, Goku kills him. What? So you're gonna hype up Vegeta. You're gonna hype up Vegeta saying, oh yeah, he has the Super Saiyan Blue form too. You know, make him look cooler than Goku. Only for Goku to steal his kill. And they literally said this was about to be Vegeta's movie. Come on, you can't be disrespecting the prince like that. Other than that, the action scenes were awesome. You know, I did enjoy those, but just so disappointing, so disappointing. Next we have Dragon Ball Z Return of Cooler. Now this movie, it was alright. It was alright to enjoy. I guess, you know, if I was to watch it, it'll probably be the Team 4-star version. Cooler, like Metal Cooler in the Spaghetti Star, is pretty awesome. But why did we have to go back to Namek? Why? There was no point in going to Namek at all. It could have just been this huge star that was sucking up planets and galaxies and Milky Ways and stuff like that. You know, why did we have to go back to Namek? That doesn't make any sense. Second, what's it called? Cooler. He didn't really feel that much of a threat, honestly. Like all he did was really go to planet Namek. You know, that's it. Then the Z Fighters got a report that he was at Namek and they went to go stop him. You know, he wasn't really much of a threat that they had to deal at that time. Another problem is that for the life of me, I do not know when this takes place. I'm not sure if it takes place during the Cell Saga, before the Cell Saga, before the Androids, maybe a 3-year period, you know. But Vegeta's a Super Saiyan, you know. And if it took place during the 3-year period, well, then no one would be shocked when he actually became a Super Saiyan versus Android 19. So I don't know when this took place. The final battle kind of just felt, you know. Metal Cooler was clapping them. You know, Metal Cooler was absolutely clapping them. But then he decides, what? Like, it was just so like Goku just threw a little ki blast, killed Cooler with the entire Spaghetti Star. And then literally they had a hard time fighting the robots. They just punch them really hard. Boom. Now they're dead. You know, but I do have to say, Goku and Vegeta fighting Metal Cooler was awesome. Plus, the reveal that there was multiple Metal Coolers when they were struggling with one was awesome too. So yeah. Next, we have Lord Slug. I actually really do enjoy this movie. I recently rewatched it. It was pretty awesome. The false Super Saiyan easily is the best thing. And then plus, giving us another Namekian as a villain was actually pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting. And it was awesome to see the Namekian's giant form again. I believe this is like the last time we saw it, honestly. Lord Slug, he's another person who actually achieved his goal with the Dragon Balls to get youth again. Yeah, I truly do like what he did. Some of the action scenes were actually brutal. Yeah, problem is that his henchmen sucked like usual. They made the Z Fighters look weak yet again. You know, a little copy of the Saiyan Saga. And if they would have just waited on this movie, we could have actually had another Super Saiyan, like an actually really cool Super Saiyan appearance. Then again, it was awesome to see the false Super Saiyan. So I'm not too mad about that. But yeah, overall this movie was pretty good. It had a good soundtrack, a decent villain. Fall Super Saiyan was awesome. The action scenes were great, and yeah, plus the big green dub of this movie makes it even better. So yeah, next we have BoJack Unbound, and BoJack Unbound is nothing but awesomeness. It is perfect. It takes place right after the fight with Cell. Amazing time period that they did. Gohan's competing in another tournament. Gohan looks amazing with the Goku Gi. The tournament that they did, Hercules tournament, was awesome. The action scenes were decent. You know, BoJack's henchmen were actually memorable. It's actually pretty good. Now that part is probably because you get his henchmen as cards in Dokkan Battle so many times, but they were memorable. They were pretty good. I enjoyed it. They had decent designs. The fights were awesome. And BoJack himself as a villain was cool. His origin was awesome. He was trapped in King Kai's planet, and once Goku blew up Cell, he was freed. That was amazing. Then Goku literally breaking the bounds of the outer world to punch BoJack, and people say he isn't that good of a father. Come on now, you know, that was awesome. This movie was really good, but it wasn't a movie that I would like to rewatch, you know. And then like the final battle scene was so short. It really was. It was just so short. You know, it was like I was able to capture some of that magic of the Cell Saga, but not fully all the way. You know, but it was a really good movie. I could see why people, you know, consider this to be one of the best of the best, honestly. Next we have, now this is gonna be a little controversial. Next we have Broly, a second one coming. Now I used to watch this all the time as a kid, just completely watch this. Now this might be a little bit of nostalgia, but I truly do love this movie. Goten and Trunks aren't that annoying. It had some really good scenes. Goten fake crying was pretty awesome. The fight scenes, Broly getting peed on was pretty funny as well. This movie was more of a funny movie. Then Gohan versus Broly was awesome. Then the legendary debate of whether Gohan was in Super Saiyan 1 or 2 during the fight. You know, yeah, that was pretty awesome as well. A few problems that I do have is that, how did Broly survive? How? Another problem that I have is that Vegeta would have just noticed. Vegeta would have noticed that huge power level of Broly. So I'm so confused why Vegeta did not appear. Piccolo as well. Piccolo should have appeared as well. I don't know why he didn't appear neither. So those were a little bit confusing, but I love the aesthetic. I'm happy that Broly was back. It was enjoyable, and then plus the family Kamehameha was awesome. The way that Goku appeared was kind of a little bit weird, but yeah, I truly do enjoy this movie. I would probably rewatch it again. Next we have Battle of Gods. Now, this movie, I love this movie to death. I love this movie to death. It is an awesome movie. Beerus was a great villain. Beerus and Whis, some of the best villains. There was more of the weirder Akira Toriyama designs, but they were awesome. The concept of the gods themselves were amazing. A great concept. Super Saiyan God as a form and the ritual was amazing. I love that form. I probably love it more than blue. The red is just so powerful. You know, it was so crazy. And then the fake screenshots. Oh man, bro. Freak, the fake screenshots of the yellow Super Saiyan 4 was so crazy. I thought they were real, honestly. So yeah, Battle of Gods have done so much. The problem I have is that it was pretty short, honestly. It was pretty short. They made Super Saiyan 3 look like an absolute joke. Another thing is that you know, they completely made it, like, the power scaling was a little bit weird. Like Roshi says, "Oh, Vegeta is as strong as Goku," but like nothing really happened. All Beerus did was just slap Bulma, and it made Vegeta that mad. You know, I'm a little confused, and I feel like Vegeta was not as strong as Goku. I gotta keep it above. I truly don't think he was as strong as Goku in that situation. But on the contrary, this movie does so many good things right. It's hard for me to really be too mad at this movie, honestly. And they kind of made Gohan a little bit lit. They kind of made him a little bit lit, so I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. Next we have Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn. This movie was lit. It had Janemba, a great villain with a great design. It was a pretty good concept, and we saw them use the Metamaries fusion, which is awesome. And actually, I believe Gogeta appeared first before Vegeta, which is just mind blowing. Essentially, another fun fact is that Gogeta was originally supposed to be used instead of Vegeta, but Akira Toriyama said, well, actually, I want to make something new. And he made the amazing, perfect not Gogeta, but Vegeta. So, yeah. Now, Gogeta's his design is awesome. He has a great moveset. Soul Punisher and Punisher Drive, amazing. Stardust Breaker is awesome as well. Then in the games and stuff, you can use Big Bang coming out, which is amazing. Janemba is a great villain. His sword and his teleporting like Lego blocks ability is amazing as well. Although this movie is really weird when it takes place. I cannot tell you. It doesn't take place after the Buu Saga because Goku and Vegeta are dead, and it can't take place before Vegeta comes down to Earth because everyone's dead when Vegeta comes down to Earth to fight Buhan Absorbed essentially. So it's really weird, but I really did enjoy this, honestly. I really did. It was a really good movie. But it did have some goofy scenes that kind of took out of the immersion. Plus, Gogeta, while he's awesome, amazing, it was a little bit too short. It was a little bit too short, honestly. Gotta keep it a buck with you. But this movie does so much right. Honestly, I truly do enjoy this movie. It's awesome. Next, we have Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon. This movie is amazing. It takes place at a perfect time. Tapion is literally a boss. Like, he is literally the anime Link. It takes place right after the Buu Saga. It made Super Saiyan 3 actually look lit for once. And Dragon Fist is one of the most iconic and one of Goku's best abilities. Plus, it's an ability that Goku actually created, which is awesome. Hirudegan is so menacing and threatening. However, Hirudegan, he's just kind of a one-note villain. When you think of Dragon Ball villains, it's gonna take you a while before you actually think of him, honestly. Actually, people actually kind of forget Hirudegan's first form. They really do. They only really think of his second form. But Hirudegan, he was awesome. Kind of. He just wasn't really that good. But he was alright. Tapion was lit, and his brother was cool as well. His motivations were awesome as well. They made Super Saiyan 3 look lit again, and gave us a great Dragon Fist. A great ending. However, it does have a little bit of problems, like why Gohan look so weak, and why didn't Goku use the Dragon Fist earlier? It would have saved so much time. But whatever. Next, we're going to Dragon Ball Z Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. This movie's legendary, no pun intended. A lot of people love this movie. A lot of people hate this movie because Broly is a really mixed character for a lot of people. People think he's overrated. Some people just truly love him as a character. And me, I love Broly. He's an awesome character. I truly do. But this is not just my Broly bias talking here. This movie is actually really cool. It had a great aesthetic. It took place at a great time, 7 days before the Cell Saga. Gohan looks lit, and the way that everyone just got bodied was awesome. Broly was so psycho. He was a G. He killed his own father just cause he didn't care. However, there's a few problems. Broly's reason for being so mad is so stupid. It is so stupid. One of the dumbest. Because Goku made him cry, he's mad. Now, if it was the SSJ9K version, and if you guys have seen that, the OG, SSJ 9000 Broly parody, you've seen the reason in there, then okay, then that makes sense. But yeah, plus how Goku wins is just him making essentially just giving him the powers of a spirit bomb, I guess. It was so weird. It was never elaborated. It looked cool, but it really didn't make any sense. And the way that Broly died, people say because he punched him in the scar that he had as a baby. But how would Goku possibly know where his scar is? I don't even think he knew Broly had a scar. So that was really weird and inconsistent. But whatever. Moving on to Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, this movie has some of the best Dragon Ball action scenes ever. It looks amazing. The animation is beautiful. It is crisp, bro. This animation was so good, it completely painted a new way for Dragon Ball animation ever. Like, it was awesome. Super Saiyan Blue and Blue Vegeta was awesome as well. There are a few problems that I have with this movie, though. Gogeta was kind of felt shoehorned. Even though I love Blue Gogeta, he's amazing, awesome, and I'm glad that he's in this movie. He felt shoehorned. Another thing is that Broly's full psychotic transformation didn't really carry the same weight, because he looked kind of the same the entire time, and the way that Broly's dad died, it kind of made me happy, because I didn't like Paragus in this movie. Another thing is that, like, Broly, he didn't feel... I love Broly's design. I like it more than the original. The problem is that he didn't feel like a beast. The Broly I knew and cared for so long, he killed his father. Like, that nigga eviscerated his father. But this Broly, he kind of felt soft a little bit, you know. In Goku and Broly being chill, it kind of felt weird, you know. Kind of felt weird. It felt like a new character. If they would have made a new Saiyan instead of making Broly, it would probably be better, honestly. And but yeah, but there's one reason why this movie is like, I don't want to bring into real life situations here, but as you guys know, the Vic Mignogna situation is horrible, what they're doing to that dude, and it sucks. And every time I watch the English dub, every time I watch this movie, it just reminds me of that dude was set up and portrayed just to get some clout off of this movie. So it just kind of hurts, you know, a little bit when I watch this. It kind of does. But that aside, it's a really good movie, really good. I can see why people call it the best. Next, we have Dragon Ball Path to Power. Now, some of you are like, wait a minute. Path to Power is literally just a recreation of everything that happened. So why do you hate Mystical Adventure so much? Thing is that this one was well developed. The animation is pure beauty, and this movie actually kind of makes me cry. When it comes to Dragon Ball GT, A Hero's Legacy, is it? In Dragon Ball Path to Power, I usually always cry, and I'm not the type of dude to cry when it comes to fiction, at all. I barely even cry, but whenever I come to these movies, I just feel something. You know, I just feel the vibes are there. You know, I feel sad. You know, it's just such a good feeling every time I watch it. It's just so chill. You know, it's like that loft hip hop type feeling where you get sad vibes, but it's the sad chill type vibes. You know, whenever I watch this. Plus, Goku's final Kamehameha there was beautifully done, beautifully executed. Goku's design in this movie looks way better than his original Dragon Ball design, in my opinion. Yes, it is GT Goku's design, but it's awesome. And then people say, well, it's a little bit weird on how GT Goku has a power pole in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Well, I'm pretty sure they took that design off of Path to Power. Yes, Path to Power, Goku can go Super Saiyan or whatever, but you know, they did take that design because Path to Power Goku had GT Goku's clothes with the power pole. But yeah, this movie was absolutely beautiful. Some of the best animation. It was a great reenactment of the first events of Dragon Ball, and I truly do love it. It was a great experience. Honestly, there's really not that much negative I can give this movie. It made Ader a beast, gave us some great depth when it came to characters. I truly do love this movie. Next, we have Dragon Ball Z. This is my favorite Dragon Ball movie of all time. Dragon Ball Z, Cooler's Revenge. Now, I know some of you are like, what are you talking about? Why is this movie your favorite? The reason why this movie is my favorite is because it's awesome. Cooler is a great villain, way better than Frieza. His final form design is awesome. It is sick. The Z Fighters they made Piccolo a beast in this movie. They made him a beast in this movie. Then they had the homie Icarus. Come on now. And then it was just so fun. Then they had those sad vibe, chill vibes as well, you know. And while it does have some problems, you know, like Cooler instantly dying as soon as Goku goes Super Saiyan. But Goku's Super Saiyan, alright, I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. Goku's Super Saiyan transformation, especially with the English dub, with the English soundtrack, is better than when he first went Super Saiyan Dynamic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. It is awesome. And yes, it doesn't make sense because it's pretty much hinted that this movie takes place during the 3-year period. But Goku literally could, during the 3-year period, that Goku could easily destroy Cooler because he can instantly go Super Saiyan. So yeah. But man, I love this movie. It is great. It has a kicking soundtrack, Japanese and English dub. The Super Saiyan transformation is amazing. They made Piccolo a beast, a goat. It has those great chill loft vibes, and it had Icarus. So yeah, I do enjoy this. I do enjoy this movie. And yeah, it had a great villain. It had a great villain. So yeah, that is my all-time favorite Dragon Ball movie. Now I do want to talk about the TV specials a little bit. I don't want to talk about them too much, but you have the father of Goku, Bardock, the legendary Super Saiyan Bardock, I believe, as well. And you have a history of Trunks. Then you have what else is that? Then you have Dragon Ball GT, A Hero's Legacy. Now I do want to talk about a few of these, but yeah, so let's get the Bardock duo there. If I was to rank them, they'll probably be both at B. I really do enjoy them. This Bardock was way cooler than the Dragon Ball Super Bardock. Like Dragon Ball Super Bardock was like a simp compared to this Bardock. This Bardock was clean, had his squad. The way that he got his headband was awesome. I truly do like this Bardock. It was a great setup, and yeah, I truly do like the Bardock. As a special, was good. It was enjoyable. So yeah, and then we have the Super Saiyan, legendary Super Saiyan Bardock. I actually do enjoy this. I enjoy this a lot. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually do enjoy this. I love Super Saiyan Bardock's transformation. It was pretty cool. I don't like Chill though. He sucks. And the little aliens with Tupac and stuff all in it. No. If you got the reference from TFS, you know. But yeah, so yeah. Next we have a history of Trunks. I want to make a video when it comes to these last two, GT, Heroes Legacy, and History of Trunks. I want to make videos on these movies or TV specials separately, but I will go through them briefly. History of Trunks is one of the best pieces of media I've ever seen. It is honestly amazing. It makes me tear up every single time. Future Gohan was a GOAT. Probably even better than that of Teen Gohan and Adult Gohan. I gotta keep it real with you. Trunks' Super Saiyan transformation, one of the best, amazing, and yeah. So I will place in S tier, and then GT, Dragon Ball GT, A Hero's Legacy, instant S tier. I love it. It's the only movie where I cry every time. I watched it 3 times, no, like 3 or 4 times. Every single time I cried. I don't know why. Even thinking about it, I cry. I cry on that movie. It is crazy. It's just so sad, but it's so amazing. It's so expressive, and I know. You know, a lot of people hate GT, but I really do love that special. So yeah. But overall, that has been my tier list. I hope you. Oh wait, there's one more special though. Yo Son Goku and his friends return. That special kind of sucks. I don't like it, so we're not gonna talk about it. Maybe I'll make a video about it on the. Maybe I'll make a video on all the specials one day, but we won't talk about that one. That one kind of sucks. But yeah. This has been my entire tier list for the Dragon Ball movies, and I'm very, very happy. This is my opinions. Let me know your criticisms and opinions down below. Please be respectful and civil. And yeah, next I'm going to be doing some Persona 5 trophies, and I'm also going to be trying to tackle the Persona 5 themes and avatar emails that you guys have not been getting. I have not gotten mine. So I'm about to contact Sony tomorrow, or technically today. I'm going to contact them today, or tomorrow, doesn't matter. I'm going to contact them and see if I can get my avatars and themes that I've promised, and I'll make a video on the entire situation. May God bless you, seniors, for y'all. Happy birthday, birthday today. See you guys later, and peace from our words. Have a good one.